Hello! You can hear me. Hey, my name's Tom, and as I always like to say, why does my skin feel like that? This is Off the Grid, where a couple Sundays a month we all gather here on YouTube and Twitch to watch some weird wrestling stuff I have found on the internet. I like to say hello to everyone out there on both YouTube and Twitch, viewing tonight, hanging out on this Sunday evening. Apologize for the late start. You can blame my son's basketball league for booking him in the late game. Luckily, he was just across the street, so wasn't too much, wasn't too hard. Didn't have to cancel or postpone or anything. But I'm here. Hello. So let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, everyone. They're all looking great. And speaking of YouTube things, shout out to the YouTube members who make this all possible. I think we've added a few more since then, so I apologize if you're not on here. I forgot to change the list. Shout out to Brenticus Maximus, of course, we'll get to you in a second. Brian Germany, Jacob Kinney, Peyton Andrews, Toroid11, David Syracuse, everybody's friend Jonathan Mayer, Scott Keith, Hidden Track, Izzy McClure, Jason Honeycutt, Thart, Master Supreme, Champagne and JD, Wild Woobs, Brandon Davidson, Kin, Terminated DQ, hello, Yankee Hawk 04, Bam Dog, Adam Simon, Kamish Spiffy, Tim Collins, Brent Clark, Anthony Marola, Stephen J. Neptune Man, Brian McDonald, Adam Suzanne, the Suzanimal, Sean Fox, Jesse, Jamie, Impois, why haven't I changed the spelling of your name? Wild Woobs, Brandon Davidson, who I think is in the other column. Notice I haven't touched these since last time. Bagsley, Casual Villainy, Dima Bauer, and Ninja Tyler Black. Do we seriously have a second Tom Green in the Twitch chats? That's crazy. So, also, if you're asking, Noli, he did all right. He gave a kid a lariat, trying to block him. So that was sweet. He got fouled for that. Hey, yeah, he's in the background right now. So speaking of cool things, see this? That's a cool thing. And you can get your own at brenttech.etsy.com. I like that noise. Use the code NotThatTomGreen for 10% off your order. That's brenttech.etsy.com for a sign like this or some retro game art or the 3D print art. It's pretty sweet. brenttech.etsy.com. Use the code NotThatTomGreen for 10% off your order. So with that, again, we're running behind. I'd love to be able to show you some more stuff. Join the Discord up there. But right now, we're going to watch Wrestle Birmingham. For those of you who don't know, it is someone's attempt at trying to revive the Alabama territory in the year 2005. It goes about as well as you'd think. Let's go. Hello, Alan Starver on Twitch. I find this stuff in the YouTube Shorts, the WCW deep cuts, shoot interviews, newsletters, etc. Let's listen to the song.
But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me. The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big-time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me.
Can't.
You can't defeat me. You can't defeat me.
So that's a thing. And this is 2005, not 1985. Not even 1995.
Good evening and welcome to Wrestle Birmingham.
Exactly what you'd think
Well, if you missed
when you'd imagine a TV show, a wrestling TV show in Alabama, just starts with a guy in a t-shirt in front of an American flag.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we get started with an interview with Brickhouse Brown.
There are a lot of Armstrongs on this. Brickhouse Brown.
just signed a contract with Wrestle Birmingham, and you're here
A contract. He signed a contract with this independent promotion. No one Brickhouse is about to say something very, that'll make some folks very litigious against him. Why are we just... What's happening? This is a taped show. Was the contract with the back of a Waffle House menu?
Look out now, because here comes a match between Elix Skipper and Tracy Smothers.
Like, you can never predict what's going to come out of these people's mouths. Elix Skipper and Tracy Smothers is the opener of this show in Birmingham, Alabama.
From Pittsburgh, weighing 245 pounds.
What?
Prime time, Elix Skipper.
What? None of those things are correct. He's not from Pittsburgh. He's not 245 pounds. His nickname is not five-time Elix Skipper.
From Springfield, Tennessee, weighing 245.
God, there's some bad vibes, by the way, so far. Real bad vibes.
Tracy Smothers.
There's Tracy. He's about a month away from really losing his mind about John Bradshaw Layfield. He already lost his mind, just JBL specifically. So far, we're 2 minutes in, and so many things have happened. Brickhouse Brown has signed a contract with this independent promotion. We have five-time Elix Skipper wrestling Tracy Smothers. And they keep calling him Elix Skipper, too. Yeah, this was its own thing, Yankee Hawk. This is not associated with the NWA whatsoever. Elix Skipper, five-time Elix Skipper from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 245 pounds. And Matthew Rasu over on YouTube. Screw it, everybody weighs 245 pounds. The scale's broken. This is such a weird match. And considering Tracy wrestled like all the cruiserweight guys that came up in the 2000s because of the IWA Mid-South run. This is one I still think is weird. This is Tracy, I think, had just gotten the call for One Night Stand. So in his words, he got on the tuna. That is Michael St. John on commentary. Yes, Green Boy. Let's make it a little weirder. Tecmo Oz, thank you so much for the sub on Twitch. I'm gonna put that in my syringe and shoot my butt cheek. Tojo Yamamoto gets name dropped by every indie, like between Memphis and Tuscaloosa.
So that is what they're looking at. A little unorthodox there. A little snapmare.
Michael was a Memphis guy. Why is he here? I don't know. Why is Elix Skipper here? Like, what a weird ass match.
But Tracy Smothers has been in that ring for many years. That is going to be a hard thing to do, is take him out of his game, because Tracy Smothers has been there with the best. Elix Skipper, a little trip up that time by
yeah, Elix Skipper was a lot of fun.
And quickly back to his feet, both men returning to their feet.
Elix was in TNA. I think he was one of the diamonds in the rough.
Now he's just showing off a little bit. Now that's the one thing about him. He's quite an athlete. He is quite talented, but he's got the side of him that's sort of the showboat, show-off side, and that doesn't exactly sit well with the fans.
Yeah, Elix is almost done in wrestling. I think he retires like the next year. Who is the heel? I don't know. I think Elix. But Elix also just did the babyface thing where you like show off after you out wrestle the other guy. I'm not sure they know.
He snaps him over with that arm drag takedown. And this match is taking along a pattern. You don't see a lot of continuous wild action in the ring because, like we said, both of these men.
He retired in he was done with TNA in 06, I'm pretty sure. So if you wrestled through 09, he was just doing indies here and there.
Trying to fill each other out. Not one of them are wanting to make a mistake.
A shot of a slot of concrete and some people.
Both these men are really.
Elix Elix is like way older than he looks. Like he's in his I think late 50s now.
Bars the arm. Again.
Like he was already in his 30s during his WCW run.
Reversal that time by Tracy Smothers.
Yeah, he's 56 now. Like, and he still looks like that. He showed up at TNA last year to hang out. And like, he still looks like this. He's still in this type of shape.
Takes a lot of styles and combines them into his own, whereas Elix Skipper
Tracy Smothers is probably going to take the play in the day. It'll probably be very fun.
And is now going to town.
Well, you know, that's what I was going to say. I think,
look
at a big chop.
Okay, Tracy Smothers is the baby face. Look at that. Tracy Smothers Kung Fu.
And again, Smothers now goes for the cover, and he got a 2 count, and that's it. And Skipper out of it.
Elix is 36 years old in this match. I'm 37. I look like shit. Elix looks incredible. Yeah, Tracy kept wrestling up until like a few months before he passed. Shout out to Danny. I can't see your name. I'm going to move it over. Danny Retro Gaming. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch, my friend. Glad to have you. Yeah, Tracy was wrestling up until I think right before he passed. Also very impressed that Elix is like having Tracy's style of match, and he's going with it. Because Elix is kind of a power plant guy where it's just move, very mechanical.
High risk maneuver over the top rope, catches him coming down.
I'm surprised he didn't wrestle after he had. Who knows?
And Elix Skipper now.
Maybe he's still active somewhere that just doesn't have internet exposure. Oh my god. That is some crazy distance on a drop kick. Oh boy. That's a decent sized ring too.
I thought he had him, Brett.
Only a 2 count on Tracy Smothers. Look at prime time.
That was crazy.
He's talking to the wrestling fans.
Now this could be a mistake in that he's got Smothers reeling. Why not go in for the finish? Go in for the kill. Get it over with.
Yeah, Tracy Smothers is wrestling Terry Funk somewhere right now.
This is a mistake, but we have seen both men. It's like both men
somewhere in Alabama, probably. Oh, sunset flip, or not sunset flip, small package. Tracy wins. Oh, only 2. What's going on, referee? You counted to like 4.
With that drop kick, 1, 2 count again. Several near.
I'm guessing, knowing Tracy, he probably. What the fuck? Why is Colonel Robert Parker here?
Who's he rooting for? Now remember, Robert's a Southern boy. Tracy Smothers is a Southern boy.
Now remember, wait, did Michael St. John just say? Who is he? Did he just try to justify?
Is he?
He's a Southern boy. He's probably racist.
Here's a good shot of the Colonel, Robert Fuller, and now Skipper has that reverse chinlock.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ming shows up later too. Like, what is happening? Colonel Parker's at ringside for an Elix Skipper match in Alabama against Tracy Smothers. I agree with you, Impla. This show is ridiculous.
Notice that Elix Skipper was using the ropes, and there he goes again, using the ropes once again.
Yeah, this is Colonel Robert Parker.
Robert Fuller there.
You can't call him Robert Fuller when he's trusted.
Skipper as a member of Robert Fuller's little organization with him.
Little organization. That'd be awesome if instead of the stud stable, they called it Colonel Parker's little organization.
Evidently, he is behind Elix Skipper right now.
He is definitely in the corner, if you would, of Elix Skipper. And when I say
so they did a Mr. Whose side is he on? And they just solved it after 30 seconds. That's great. I don't think AJ is on these shows.
He is a great athlete. He has a name.
Colonel Parker's a heel.
Hard to come up with, but the man is an impressive athlete. Look at he takes time in the gym. Wait a minute.
Skipper arguing with with referee
Listen to
Mike
this
Posey,
crowd.
2 count as Tracy
They don't have to
Smothers
do
wins the
shit.
roll-up.
This is great.
There's the spinning kick to the back of the head. Smothers reeling in the ring. 1, 2, and did he get him? No, 2 count again.
Like, is it bad vibes that somebody comes out dressed like Colonel Parker during an Elix Skipper match in Alabama? Yeah, it is. But also, this is just
Elix
ridiculous.
Skipper, a young man on the rise with a lot of potential, and
Is that Mike Posey as the referee?
Today on Wrestle Birmingham.
AEW referee Mike
action
Posey,
coming your
aka
way. We hope you're
P-Dog.
enjoying this. We appreciate all your emails and
There's no
calls
way
and
they were getting
faxes and
emails.
notes and people
There's
here
no
that
way.
have seen Wrestle
Michael St.
Birmingham
John
and
was
will
not getting,
witness this
was
in
not
person,
logging
as
into
this
Outlook.
organization is really
And under like the 3 like chain letters he got, there's an email. Hey, I love your stuff on Wrestle Birmingham. It's great.
All the wrestling fans go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
These people are so
It will tell you
go to
about all the happenings of
www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
the National Wrestling Alliance.
Here's Skipper.
I love wrestling
And now
fans.
Smothers
You're the
mounting a
best.
comeback off the ropes.
Oh, DDT.
A DDT.
I love how every other veteran in wrestling is like, you guys whore out the DDT too much. It's finished. Tracy's just like, fuck it, I'll use it whenever.
Gonna drop that elbow across the
Wrestle
chest.
Birmingham at
Rolls out of
hotmail.com.
it. He's going to the floor off of Robert Fuller. There's no love lost, obviously, between Smothers
Does
and
he think
Fuller.
he's JBL?
As Fuller double cross Smothers, I remember
This is
years
the
ago in
Stonewall
Tennessee,
Jackson
and
High
we
School.
could be seeing it now from
Spud
behind.
Peel,
Elix Skipper just
Alabama.
pounded a
A
running
small suburb of Birmingham, known for having a Walmart on the side of its city.
Smothers is down.
Love it, love
Head to
it.
the apron. Skipper, look at this. Oh, that had to be low. That had to be low.
Hey,
That was
Ken
a surprise
Terminator.
kick on Tracy Smothers.
Give you a shout out a minute ago for
Rolls him in
being
the
a
ring.
loyal member
Smothers trying to mount a
of my,
comeback. The
as
fans
I
obviously
say
behind him.
affectionately, my
Robert
weirdo
Fuller
empire
is causing
over
trouble
on
already at
YouTube
ringside.
memberships.
Elix Skipper, right hand, reversal.
Oh, blasted him with that one, baby.
Nailed him again.
Hey, Midnight Fowler.
Skipper caught. Front
Oh, this is the period where Tracy's like, I'm just going to be the flatliner. Because it's easy. I just fall back. Yeah, that is Mike Posey. All right. God, Mike Posey has had such a career. TNA, Ring of Honor, the indie run where he wrestled as P-Dog, AEW. How do I find this stuff? Some of it, like I get directed to. Crispy Lettuce over on Twitter. His Armstrong Alley on YouTube has a lot of real obscure stuff. This I remember from years ago. I honest to God, I had only seen the intro before. I've not watched a full show, but the intro was something that kind of got passed along years ago because it's so ridiculous.
Fuller's in the ring this time.
Robert Fuller is winning the ring. He's going to ring the bell.
Yeah, this is we're one match in, and this is perfect.
Interference and a disqualification.
At least we know why this match ended, unlike the last off the grid.
Elix Skipper disqualified for outside.
Sorry to hear, last man over on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm glad to have you here.
Tracy
Wait,
Smothers.
Colonel Parker. Why did Colonel Parker turn on his guy?
Got old wounds inflicted by Robert Fuller. Mockery there. He's got Fuller's hat.
Mockery. He took his hat. That's at least a 3-month feud in the South. Yeah, Mike Posey was in Wildside. That's right, Jay Space Ghost. Yes.
And a spectacular match. Elix Skipper and
They don't know his name.
Let's go to ringside with Mike St.
We
John,
were just at
where
ringside.
Robert Fuller is pulling some of his usual antics with the newest member of his stable, Elix Skipper.
Okay, at least you know his name. We weren't just down there. Why did we have to cut to that guy in his shed?
Something about a connection. There's more than a connection. This man right here.
I'm genuinely surprised Elix Skipper is up to like Robert Fuller's nose. I would have expected there to be a way bigger height difference. Also, maybe he's Robert Fuller because he dyed his hair.
Get out here and get him. Don't come fighting me. I'm nothing but a manager this evening. The manager of the greatest star of all time. Am I right?
He's doing the voice. I love the voice.
Tracy Smothers. All you need to
Tracy
know is one
Smothers.
thing, and ain't a damn thing changed. This is
Pet peeve. I hate when wrestlers take microphones from interviewers. Hate it. Why does everybody What's up with the stickers? Are they taping The Price is Right after the show? Mr. Fuller.
Here at Wrestle Birmingham.
You know what?
Michael St. John here from the USWA studios.
We are the top contenders for the Alabama tag titles.
You were watching this in the shed. Hey, tell the host I said hello.
We're going to take care of Wrestling Birmingham. We are going to the
Oh,
top of this
shots.
place. This man right here.
Hey, at least you can tell them apart.
New member of the stud stable, and I'm
These
so
people
proud
are
to have
not
him.
happy
Tracy Smothers, anytime you wanna put
about
your
this
hands
pairing.
on me, you are
And I have
gonna feel
very
straight up
salacious
with Elix
thoughts as to
Skipper,
why.
And it ain't gonna be no fun, baby.
Did I hear you say stud stable?
The stud stable.
Did I hear you say, what? The stud stable?
They've been there if they're
I thought it was the little organization.
He's the new age. He's the upcoming star. You watch for him.
I'm Green asked Tony Schiavone. Ask Tony Schiavone what?
Stud stable's biggest competition and biggest thorn.
Hey,
in the
Ninja
side,
Teller Buck,
Mr.
you've only
Fuller,
missed one match
were
so
the
far.
Armstrongs.
You started a bit late, so you're good.
Armstrongs, big time. Tracy Smothers, you're on the list with all them Armstrongs. You know how I feel about
So the main feud in this company is the Armstrongs and Tracy Smothers against Elix Skipper, managed by Colonel Robert Parker. What a frickin' territory. Now, Bootable brings up something I love about this era of independent wrestling, when like the old timers, the old vets, they find a guy to make DVDs for
Coming
them.
up after the break,
And it's the cheapest thing you've ever
Adrian
seen.
Street, Ian Flex, Loverboy Lee Thomas, McNasty, and a whole lot more.
McNasty.
So don't you dare touch that dial.
Motherfucker named himself after a UPN show from 1999 that went one season.
Temple on Friday, June 10th.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I thought you were wanting me to ask Tony Schiavone something. I'm like, I know Conrad. I don't know Tony.
Robert Fuller.
Okay, yeah,
Jimmy
Tony.
Golden,
Yeah, I
Bullet
hate when
Bob
wrestlers
Armstrong,
grab the mics.
Super
From,
Kick,
it just
Scott Armstrong, Brad Armstrong.
Super Kick
Exotic
Scott Armstrong. I didn't know that was his
Street with
nickname.
Miss Linda, the awesome Ian Flex. Action
That's not how you
Mike
spell Ian.
Jackson, Ricky
Oh, Mike
Morton,
Jackson, I love him.
and a surprise new
tag team.
Plus much, much more. Friday, June 10th.
Rob
Wrestle
was doing the
Birmingham
stud stable in
returns to
MLW.
The Zamora Shrine Temple. For
The
tickets,
Zamora
call
Shrine Temple in Beeham.
205-970-0333.
I love that
Or
they
go to
just wrote Beeham.
www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
Yeah, doing liquid television
If
gimmick.
you remember on
Aeon
April the
Flux.
8th, the match between Exotic
Oh, he put on
Adrian
his glasses
Street
now.
and
He's
Ian
serious.
Flex ended in
Real
some
action's gonna
controversy.
happen.
Let's review what Adrian had to say about that.
Let's review it.
Wait a minute, Adrian Street has something to say.
What's going on with Adrian Street's face paint? Like he did the first layer and then just stopped.
Dude, we all know what Canadians are, don't we? I'll tell you what they
Adrian Street and Miss Linda in 2005. The mystery team is a few more Armstrongs. Imagine it was just Armstrongs and masks.
This belt belonged to me when I wrestled in Europe.
That's right, Adrian Street did shoot on Jimmy Saville.
What are you doing with
He
it?
is a saint.
I challenge you right here and now to a match. A
For that
European
cup.
match or American rules any way you want. For that belt. I retired that belt. What are you doing with it?
I love
We
every
don't know
shot
how
at ringside
Ian
of
Flex
just
ended
the
up
people
with
not
the
giving a
European
shit.
Championship belt. We do know that it used to belong to Exotic Adrian Street. And
Why
he
do we
wants
keep
it back.
cutting back to this
A
guy
challenge was
instead of
made
just
and accepted.
going directly
You'll see
to the
what
thing?
happens on June the 10th at the Zamora Shrine Temple. Don't go away.
Wait, we're just not getting the match?
Technical management, staging, and sound and light
Oh, I love
systems
when
will
the
deliver,
company
set up,
that
and
does
make magic
the
happen,
editing
whether we're
on the
using our
show
equipment or yours.
or the
We have a
production
top-notch
gets their
arsenal of
commercial
sound
in.
and light systems that
And
will
it's
make
like
your next
the
event
most
sizzle and
okay.
shine. And our highly professional staging services
Listing all this
will have
shit
you
like
up
anybody
and
knows
running
what it
in no
is.
time and looking better than ever.
People just want to see a
Prices
finished
designed
result.
for
They don't
your
want to
bottom
know
line. You can't
what the
beat
trust that
Berry
you have that you can hang over them.
205-987-3211.
Let's take a look
Scott
at the
was a
confrontation
WWF
between
referee in the
Mike Jackson
2010s.
and Jimmy Powell at
He, I
ringside with
think,
Mike
might
St.
have gone
John.
back.
I don't get this. First of all, it was made in Birmingham, Alabama, and I am from Alabama.
Mike Jackson, baby.
Alabama, brother. Let me tell you.
Mike Jackson, who is in his 70s now and is still active.
There's a little thing that we call out here.
Mike Jackson, if you've never seen him, is so much fun.
I just want, listen, Mike, you don't understand. I just want to motivate you, buddy. I just want to help you out a little bit.
Way to cut to the whitest shot possible.
Kind
Like, I had to look for them for a second because it's so far back. Like, did somebody just cut themselves? They're like, shit, we have to get away. Why are we on this shot for so long? Hey, Brian Turner, Brian Turner's VHS Rehab. If you're watching me on YouTube, go check him out. He's putting up some real good hidden gems. Put up some WCW house show stuff from the Meadowlands the other day, putting a Desperados match. Yeah, go check out Brian Turner. He's the best. This weird heel manager walks into the abyss as Mike Jackson talks about defending his license plate. He like forgot the name of the town, which is also the name of the promotion. Of course, Brian, my pleasure. I love sending people your way.
Absco's Memorial Day sale this week with our lowest
you do
prices ever
the
on
Lord's
all
work,
clearance
and by the
and
Lord, I mean
discontinued items. Hundreds
Tracy
of one-of-a-kind bargains
R.I.P.
for your home. Come see our commercial quality grills, the
Big green
Egg
eggs.
and Fire Magic, and 12 months same as cash.
Oh, Brian has a ton of ECW stuff. Fan cams. Stuff from the USWA ECW feud.
ABC 3340 and Chick-fil-A are teaming up to help the Big Oak Ranch. Hi, I'm Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm John Kroll. Go to any Birmingham location of Chick-fil-A, and for $1, you can get your own Big Oak Ranch golf ball.
And for every donation that you make, Chick-fil-A and the Bruno's Memorial Classic.
Every donation you make, Chick-fil-A will kill one homosexual.
I wish the real golf balls were this big.
There was amazing. Just remember, for $1, you can have your own ball, chip in, and help the children of Big Oak Ranch.
Brought to you by
Was that guy
Chick-fil-A,
like chewing on something? That entire commercial?
Welcome to the Sports Exchange, your bargain store for quality, used but not abused sporting goods. At the Sports Exchange, you'll find everything from treadmills to fishing
Like, I
tackle,
like the idea.
water toys
That's
to
neat.
weightlifting
Like,
equipment,
people can get into
rollerblades to
sports
racing
cheaply.
collectibles. And if it's
Just the
golf you
idea
want,
of like, hey, I found this
found
golf
it.
ball in my yard. You guys
A wall
want
of
it?
irons, hundreds of drivers and fairway woods, and the largest selection of one-putt putters around. So join me and my friends. at the
Honestly, a
Sports
used
Exchange,
sports
but not
place is
abused
really
bargain,
good
Highway
for like
31
golf
South.
stuff because so many people buy golf clubs and then just never play.
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on Friday,
Yeah, Brian, you
June
just
10th.
missed the
You
Elix
won't
Skipper
wanna miss
Tracy Smothers
Road
match we
Warrior
watched.
Animal,
It was
Dr.
something.
Tom Pritchard,
Wait, so
Robert
animals in
Fuller,
parentheses? Like,
Jimmy Golden,
we know his name's Road
Bullet
Warrior.
Bob
Maybe
Armstrong,
it's Animal.
Superkick, Scott Armstrong, Brad Armstrong.
You can't get over Superkick Scott
with Miss
Armstrong.
Linda,
What a good
the
name.
Awesome Ian Flex, Action Mike Jackson, Ricky Morton.
Ricky Morton.
And a surprise new tag team. Plus,
What is what the surprise new tag team is
Friday,
two of those
June
guys.
10th, Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple. For tickets, call
Yeah, everybody
205-970-0333
locally in Alabama we've seen on the show is bald.
or go to
That's a good point, Buildup.
www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I always love the phrase scheduled for one fall. Like it's just gonna, there's a risk of it just becoming like 3 falls or an Iron Man match.
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Who's this fella?
weighing 225 pounds, the Lover Boy.
The Lover Boy.
Lover Boy Lee Thomas.
Lover Boy Lee Thomas. He's got the coattails. That's a, you know, he's a lover boy. His gear could not be more bright. Like, did he think he'd be working in the middle of an interstate at like 2 a.m.?
This is indeed going to be a feud between McNasty and Loverboy Lee Thomas.
Loverboy Lee Thomas.
And he's coming out to everybody working for the weekend. Oh, just wait. I'm pretty sure that his Conjuring is involved with this promotion, Matt P.
NWA Wrestle Birmingham continues to make an impact.
Oh, wait, apparently they are part of the NWA. They just don't say it?
Throughout the nation as well.
Are they ashamed?
Comments and some of the board postings on the internet, it is obvious that Wrestle Birmingham even
It looks like it's in a warehouse, but this is a Shriner's Temple.
watching this and look at Loverboy Lee Thomas goes right to work on McNasty. Taking
McNasty. Of course, this guy is named McNasty.
Well, there you can see he's choking at McNasty, and I want to tell you something.
Yeah, this orange is, why would you make fabric this color?
McNasty now with the reverse.
It is so bright. Oh, hey, look at that.
Head scissors. Down goes McNasty. That'll make him dizzy. And right away.
What a baby face. Flying head scissors into a strangle.
I think, like you were saying, Brett, Lee Thomas wanting to get right back at McNasty. Hey, we're joined by a good friend of ours and a gentleman that I have admired career-wise for many, many years in professional wrestling.
Fire, stab him with a knife.
At the start of the program, Brickhouse Brown, he's asked not to talk on microphone. He's just observing the competition.
Wait, oh shit, I thought he was going to do a Canadian Destroyer.
One of the newest signees to this organization.
Well, I'm sure he's wanting to see the...
And Brickhouse Brown is at rings. What?
He's filling them out.
He called body slam, and I think they both thought they were going to be doing the body slam.
Can't blame the man. Just sit out here.
Okay, fall down.
And watch the wrestling matches.
That was great.
A lot of ties of that young man to the Auburn Tigers and Coach Tommy Tuberville and that outstanding football team.
There's no way this guy played any sort of sport for the University of Auburn. There's no way.
Quite an athlete while he was there.
You can ask not to. Yeah. Hey, do not put that microphone in front of me. I swear, exactly.
You're not going to beat Lee Thomas that way. Lee Thomas he's held many championships throughout his career. You're not going to beat Lee Thomas that way.
McNasty right away going off after that left leg and is now with a couple of kicks to
what?
part of the leg, and he wraps that knee.
The way he came down, I'm like, shit, he might break his leg.
That ankle. And look at Lee Thomas. Now that's the way you
I don't know what half the camera cut. Let's get a tight shot of the referee's shoe. Let's get that lens in there. We need to know if this referee takes care of his bootleg Nikes.
He has wrestled them all. I've seen him have matches with superstar Bill Dundee.
According to the cage match, the official name of the promotion is NWA Wrestling Birmingham.
He is a very accomplished
Wrestle Birmingham for short. Slang.
Very soon.
You know, I want to mention too at this point, Brett, the fact that professional wrestling returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on June.
That shoe is the hardest worker in this match.
And of course, it's a real summer spectacular.
This is like battle arts if neither competitor knew anything about shooting.
This organization absolutely surprises and amazes
the referee
me
Mark
of
Madden?
all the great talent they're bringing into the Magic City.
Well, one of the big announcements is the
like he looks like Mark Madden.
Will be on the line.
Maybe he drove in Elix Skipper from Pittsburgh
against Road Warrior Animal. That is going to be spectacular.
Well, Road Warrior Animal, of course, we know from his international fame what he has done. Lee Thomas just pounding away at McNasty into that top turnbuckle. And McNasty, look at this. McNasty did half the damage himself. Down he goes.
I hope you wrestled there.
Covered by Thomas. This should be it. 1-2. Nope, he got out of it. And then
I hope that guy didn't laugh at you.
A legend, and I say that in all sincerity, and a legend in the South, and especially.
There's
in the
no
state
way
of
this
Alabama.
production
Dr.
company knew anything
Richard
about wrestling coming in.
To the Magic City in Wrestle Birmingham.
Oh, we need to get crowd reaction. That guy's laughing. Get a real tight shot of that old man laughing at the wrestling. What's that, Ted Turner?
There's McNasty getting nasty and going down low. Chop block as he takes that leg out.
Wrestling promotions. I think indie promotions should just be called wrestling.
Wraps it up and putting the pressure on.
Does any fan in the audience honestly give a shit about the name of the promotion?
And now McNasty using the ropes for leverage as well.
Hey, Refs as Wizards. Yeah, Loverboy looks kind of naked because of the lights and the orange.
That shows a little bit of knowledge on his
also,
part. Maybe
how does that help the hold? He's twisting the knee. How does leaning back and grabbing the rope help the torque? You gotta think about things, guys. Come on.
Pressure and extending the torque on that knee. And there he is. He's again got that rope.
Come on, Rap. He's mildly torquing my knee.
He'll break the hole.
You know, it doesn't matter how big you are.
I'm a big fan of McNasty's boots that look like,
and this is what he's trying to do.
Whoever the bootmaker was just made the first part of the boot, and he strapped them together with like bungee cords. Didn't even bother like finishing the boot.
Loverboy Lee Thomas fighting tooth and nail in this ring.
I don't know tooth and nail.
Let it all out, Brett. It is
maybe
amazing some of the hard hitting that's going on right now in that ring.
Elbow? I don't know.
2 count again. This time on
okay,
Lee
you have
Thomas
not worked
here.
Okay.
Went for the cover.
There's no leverage in that though. If I'm twisting your knee forward, how does leaning back give me leverage?
Fan reaction to these outstanding athletes.
Oh, his dick almost came out.
1, 2. He got it.
All right.
He beat McNasty.
And the winner of
Yeah, I avoided a cage match for this promotion. I told him to be surprised. He just has kick. Does he have? Wait, did he put strings over kick pads? Yeah, you couldn't lace my kick pads. Holy shit! Look at Loverboy's mustache.
We're going to do an interview with Loverboy Lee Thomas as he won his match.
Wait, that's Can't Touch This.
Now let's go.
In 2005.
Let's hear the interview with Loverboy Lee Thomas.
That is Michael St. John, Adam Luce, yes. I love how every person that's coming to the chat tonight is like in disbelief that somebody would book Michael St. John again. He does look like gorgeous Gary Young. That is a pretty dead-on comparison, beautiful. Michael St. John has put highlights in his hair, and I think it's adorable. I cannot understand a thing this man is saying. Oh, we're going to get an official endorsement, I think. From Dennis Condrey. Who is still dressing like that in 2005. Oh, Loverboy Heat. Loverboy Heat. I love it. They're going to have a fuck-off to see who the real Loverboy is. Is this like a cute show? No. All these guys just hanging out. I earned that name. I have had so much butt sex. How much butt sex have you had? Exactly. That's what I thought. Cannot understand a thing they are saying because they do not have the microphone hooked into the audio feed. Just playing over the speakers. This egg-shaped cowboy makes a great point. Dad Heat. I will give you one opportunity to say you're sorry, or no TV this weekend, young man. I just noticed he put his ring jacket back on for this promo after the match. More wrestlers need to do that. He spent money on that thing. Get some use out of it. Yeah, Dennis Condrey, FTR brought him in the ring. It's on YouTube. Really nice. Dennis and FTR are real close. Thank you, Yankee Hawk. I'm glad people are enjoying this. And yes, Refs as Wizards, this is 2005, believe it or not. Oh, the shirt's coming off. Handkerchief stays on. Dennis Condrey looks like he's killed somebody. Like, he just looks like the type of guy that's like had to kill somebody in self-defense. I'm glad. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm glad you guys are loving this. I think he just like shit kicked him in the ball. That's how you do cutoffs and promos. Wait, oh, there's Bobby. There's Bobby and there's somebody else. We can't see a damn thing though because the lights are so bright.
Lee Thomas. I mean, they are pounding Lee Thomas. Beautiful Bobby.
Oh god, they're gonna throw him on the referee. Why is the ref? What are they doing to the referee? What is Dennis Condrey? Okay, he's taking his belt off. I was scared.
Dennis Condrey, the master of the belt. They're holding down Lee Thomas. And
the master of the belt? Is that a thing?
I'll tell you what.
Was that a thing with the Midnight Express? I don't remember that. Hey, Orion, what's up? Oh my gosh. Wait, I thought his ass? I thought they pulled his pants down because the glare.
here, but they have made their presence known going after Lee Thomas. Dennis Condrey was not.
Hey, who is the third guy? I feel like I should recognize the third guy. What is that? Somebody's going to immediately know who that is and call out my nerd card. Randy Rose! Oh shit, that is Randy Rose! Oh shit! That is a of all the reunions of the Midnight Express, is this the only one Randy Rose got called in for?
That they do so well. Shades of the Midnight Express. Some things change, other things.
Like most of them were Dennis and Bobby, or Dennis, Bobby, and Stan. Randy Rose never got called in for any of them other than this. Yeah, Super Kick Scott Armstrong was like 5 minutes late.
Wrestle Birmingham returns.
Renee would have hated that because that guy got right up from being whipped. Renee would have been like, you need to be in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Dr. Tom Pritchard, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, Bullet Bob Armstrong,
There is.
Super Kick Scott Armstrong.
And the thing is,
Brad
they
Armstrong,
didn't draw horribly. It was probably the right move at this time to be using all of these 50, 60, 70-year-old men.
Ricky Morton, and a surprise new tag team.
Good evening, Dave, over on YouTube. Hey, Brent.
Much more. Friday, June
If you are able to get this stream working with airplane Wi-Fi, Brent, you are a superhero.
Or go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
This song is class.
If your
Class.
school or organization would like to sponsor NWA Championship Wrestling, contact
Oh,
us
shit.
at 205.
Somebody has to call that number now.
0333, or go to
This
our
was this is 10 years after the cartoon, Grandomania.
www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
Brad doesn't get a nickname because he's too cool for a nickname.
Introducing first.
Why did we cut to Michael St. John, like, messing with... I'm surprised Michael St. John had notes.
Express, ravishing
Randy Rose, baby. Look at that jacket. Oh, my gosh. I need me one of those. I think this promotion was on for maybe a year. Maybe. That I can remember. It was like 2005, 2006. This is a match. When Randy Rose is the young, scrappy up-and-comer. Sweet Home Alabama. Ooh. Yeah, they found the one person in the audience that is watching the show.
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, the middle school principal's in the ring.
What is this? Jimmy Powell is talking to Randy
Rose. Wait, what's?
And we got a masked man coming into the ring. What is Powell doing? Jimmy Powell, a motivational speaker, has been around the world.
A motivational speaker. That's a decent gimmick. This guy doesn't actually seem to be performing it, though. He just told them before the show, hey, I'm doing a motivational speaker gimmick. Ninja Tyler Block, this was on local TV in Birmingham. Definitely not a DVD company. Randy Rose looks like Andre the Giant next to this masked gentleman. I think I might know who the masked guy is. Gotta listen for a name.
Tell you what, if you want to make a name for yourself, beat this guy. Beat this guy. Hey, right here in Birmingham.
Beat this guy. He doesn't know his guy's name. What a manager. Beat this guy. This guy over here, he's my guy. This guy. This guy.
Who it is. And in the meantime, it's Mike Jackson against the masked man.
I think this might be... So Mike Jackson was pretty infamous in like the Alabama Indies for having a student that would go along with him to all these shows under a mask. They called him Ultimate Dragon, if I remember correctly. And he's like the one guy that Mike would trust to do all the cruiserweight spots with.
I guess so. He's all over Mike Jackson.
Well, he's certainly right.
Ghost of Burt Prentice puts this into context. Steve Austin was on his way out of the WWE. And here they are running Mike Jackson versus Randy Rose. Redneck Ogre. These shows aired locally. They come on Saturday night on a Fox affiliate.
Count of two. Mike Jackson kicked out as
and they just called him the Dragon. Okay, so this is probably. Oh, nice. There we go. Yeah, this man is in his, I think, late 50s at this point.
Quickly drags himself out to the floor.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is Mike Jackson's student who he just took with him everywhere. And did, oh, shit! Old man Tope Suicida.
Dragon didn't see it coming, and his head
He's still doing this shit in 2024, by the way.
Ringside here at the Zamora Shrine Temple.
Mike Jackson just worked TNA last year. Worked with Johnny Swinger. Pretty fun. But yeah, AEW should totally bring him in for a match. I'm with you, Green Bay.
May be working for Mike Jackson here. Here's the Dragon back into the ropes. Cross. Jackson.
Mike Jackson and Nick Wayne would be a really fun match. Partially because Nick Wayne is, I think, a foot taller than him. He could do like power man spots. Oh gosh, oh!
Boy, that could have been disastrous.
He's gonna yell at him in the car tonight.
One across the top of the head. Well, I can't tell you that
Mike Jackson is one of those enhancement guys like George South that Ric Flair would always pick when he would work Crockett TV. And he'd go like 2 segments with him just because he could. I believe the referee, and keep in mind he'd been dead for 13 years at this point, is Buddy Rogers.
Quite frankly, quite good. Well, you know, Jimmy Powell, he was an accomplished wrestler for many, many years. I mean, he has held championships throughout the country. He has been, for I guess for the last 10 years, been a motivational speaker. So
there's no way that manager was an expert wrestler. Well, I thought he was going to do a kip-up out of that.
Memory serves me correct. He was one of the
like Mike, here's the thing, Mike Jackson, he has all these crowds. These crowds love him. And these are Alabama crowds. You don't have to do anything. And he's like, shit, I'm going to be doing Tope Suicidas on concrete messages.
Back to his feet, wraps the arm, side headlock.
That is amazing, Redneck Ogre. More baby faces should do that. Free sodas for the kiddos. He keeps them up, keeps them into the show. That was sick. Mike Jackson, we got to get Mike Jackson in AEW.
You know, when I had the opportunity to talk to him earlier,
let's find the one kid in the crowd that's into the show.
Jackson for many years, and I'm not going to give away his age because I don't want to give away mine, but I'll tell you this much. He is not.
Who gives a shit about your age, Michael St. John? I love the Mike Jackson. The kids are arguing in the crowd. There's going to be a fight over this Mike Jackson match.
There's a reason for that.
Hey, the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Dermott is here. Welcome, Mike. Mike? Why do they call you Mike, Brian? You're not Brian. You're Brian. You're not Mike.
Yes, he is.
That's Mike. That's Mike Jackson right there.
The Dragon tried to pull some hair. He's not going to find.
You missed the world's oldest Tope Suicida.
That's the benefit that comes when you're a veteran. Oh, the Dragon caught there. Remind our fans throughout Alabama that on June the 10th, a tremendous professional wrestling card has already been signed, and I'm sure additional matches will be added for the Zamora Shrine Temple.
I think Mike Jackson and the Conglomeration is the way to go.
We invite you to come out and enjoy
just that random ass group of dudes, and they just have a 70-year-old high flyer among them. Seriously, this guy's amazing.
Shrine Temple on June 10th. He will return to take on whenever the Rock and Roll Express. Well, what is left of the Rock and Roll Express? Ricky Morton.
Well, of course, the Rock and Roll Express.
God, if I could move 5% as well as Mike Jackson, if I'm alive, what the hell is going on?
Throughout this country, and
I think we just got a delivery from Amazon.
High wire act by Mike Jackson, walking the top ropes all the way around, and now just takes that elbow and almost took half the arm off.
There's no doubt to do
something. If I'm even alive from Mike Jackson, I'm Mike Jackson's age, let alone move it.
And again now, Mike Jackson bars that arm, little arm twist and arm drag there. Mike has the Dragon at odds right now, and the Dragon not
like the great thing about Mike Jackson is he knows how to get everything possible out of a wrist lock. But then he'll do like the coolest dive you've ever seen. Action Mike Jackson's hologram. Oh my goodness, Brian, that's a genius idea.
You're not going to take the game out of Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson has been wrestling for many years. You're not going to take him. You're not going to come out here and say a few words to Mike Jackson. And it's going into this.
Mike Jackson versus Beast Mordos would probably be really fun.
He's been wrestling for many years, and he has held that Alabama. He's held that Alabama Junior Championship longer than any man has ever held.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Mike Jackson was the Alabama Junior Heavyweight Champion for like 40 years. He just bought the belt.
Incorrect here. If I
And he
am not
defended
mistaken,
against
in Mike Jackson's early
people like
career,
the Ultimate Dragon.
a man that held the Alabama Junior Heavyweight Champion for a long, long time and became a distinguished state legislator.
I wonder if we can get Mike Jackson to Japan, dude.
I believe he has.
We gotta like get a social media thing going.
He's had matches with Les Thornton, which was the NWA World Junior Champion. Mike Jackson has wrestled them all.
Wrestled Danny Hodge, I remember, at one time here in Birmingham.
That, okay, if his student knew how to base for that, that would have been a lot of fun.
For every hole, Mike Jackson seems to have a counter.
Yes, he does. You know, Mike Jackson, he is a spectacular athlete. And the thing about it, he's right here in Birmingham, Alabama. He is a hometown boy. The people in Birmingham, they stand behind Mike Jackson. I mean, he's been here for many years. So why not? Why not stand behind a man? There he whips him in.
Ooh, knee buster across the face of Mike Jackson.
Oh, that was
with that
almost
neck
a
breaker
move.
coming through, a flying neck breaker as Mike came past. Mike Jackson also, Brett, respects the tradition of wrestling and professional wrestling here in Birmingham, dating back to the days.
But Mike Jackson respects the tradition of wrestling. Now I just wanted to see him. I want to see him in the 2005 Ring of Honor, upholding the code of honor. You have to shake hands. Mike Jackson said so.
With Wrestle Birmingham and the National Wrestling Alliance.
You just made me feel like a bridge because I worked those days. And of course, a colleague.
You made me feel like a bridge. Is that a thing people say? You made me feel like a bridge.
Here in the Birmingham area, and a very successful advertising man as well, and having the opportunity to work.
I don't think GCW has ever run like an old versus young person tournament or anything. They've used Mike Jackson before.
And right now,
I know Mike Jackson worked Matt Cardona, I think, last year in Atlanta. Mike Jackson taught 10th grade history to Arn Anderson.
Positions himself on the top turnbuckle, and the Dragon goes to work on the Alabama Junior Heavyweight Champion.
This is not a good place for Mike Jackson.
Of course, Mike Jackson respects the rules of wrestling. He helped write them.
Looks like he's going for a superplex.
He is. That's indeed what the Dragon is setting up. And we know, I wish we could talk more about the career of the Dragon. We know nothing about this man other than the fact that Jimmy Powell,
he's taking a superplex at his age.
Mike Jackson, a victim of that superplex.
Orion, I am on both Discord and Blue Sky. The Discord is tinyurl.com/Discord for Tom Green, and I'm on Blue Sky, not that Tom Green. God, it's like Blue Sky, whatever the abbreviation is. That's social.
Down, half spin, and down on the shoulder goes Mike Jackson. He may have been hurt on that move. 1, 2. Dragon got a 2 count on Jackson. Jackson rolls out from underneath.
Let's go, Mike.
Next to Brickhouse Brown.
Oh,
Brickhouse Brown watching the matches.
Be more gentle with him.
On Friday, June 10th.
Flinging him around like he's that UPS package from the beginning of Ace Ventura. Oh, he's going to do an elbow.
He is watching. He is seeing who's wrestling here. That is a great move on Brickhouse Brown's fight.
Well, not only that, there's Mike Jackson catching the Dragon coming off that top rope. Goes in behind him, spins him around.
That'd be so funny. I don't like hearing Jim Cornette bitch about like high-flying wrestling. I would love to hear Jim Cornette bitch about Mike Jackson doing all these high spots. So that's Vidal Sierra under the mask. Yeah,
into the turnbuckle. Mike is out.
Yeah, he just stopped eating for like 6 months. Oh shit! Running stunner.
1, 2.
Great urgency on the pin. Cosplay Zilla 21. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it over on Twitch. Mike Jackson and PCO would probably be a really fun tag team. Hey. What is going on here? The lights kind of make gives the whole thing like a middle school picture day aesthetic. Can't believe Jackson beat Brian Danielson.
Jimmy Powell.
He's like in his late 50s here, refs is released. Yeah, he's still working. I think he was out for a little bit with a knee injury, but he's back.
Jimmy Powell, I believe they said. Why don't you motivate yourself right back there and get you a pair of wrestling tights on and come back out here and me and you go at it.
Why don't you motivate yourself and get you a pair of wrestling tights on, and then we'll take weird pictures.
Wait a minute, calm down. You know you could have never won that match without me to motivate you.
Dave, I have no idea. Abe Cole. I've heard the name Abe Coleman. I don't know if he was the first wrestler to do a dropkick. I wouldn't doubt it.
What real class is all about. You've been down to Kmart and you got you a nice little suit to wear out here tonight.
Stephen J. Neptune Man. This week in history, May 20, 2005, the Suns beat the Mavs 130-126 in overtime to win the fourth game of the Western Conference semifinals in the NBA. The Yankees beat the Mets 5-2 in interleague play. We were 246 days into the 2005 NHL lockout, and the number one song in America, of course, is B-A-N-A-N-A-S, All About Girl by Gwen Stefani. All right, I will look out for that after the show. Why is the manager suplexing?
Shades of the dirty white boy there. Jimmy Powell now removing his tie.
The manager's beating the shit out of Mike Jackson. What is happening?
Mike Jackson down. This Jimmy Powell,
he's lost it.
He has lost it. But
I am shocked.
You know, I love when, Paul Bearer used to just beat the shit out of Steve Austin. Beat his ass. Jim Cornette took a spike to Nikita Koloff's head.
Jimmy Powell reverting to the days of the dirty white boy. He is incensed. It's like he's maniacal.
This man is crazy. There's no other words to say, but Jimmy Powell is crazy.
It'd be a funny bit if there was a manager of the stable and the manager was like the toughest guy. Also, I love how nobody in this promotion sells beatdowns.
I'm speechless.
I cannot believe. Here we go.
Every segment into the beatdown, and then the babyface gets up.
I mean, what is this all about?
Mike Jackson in the ring, the worst for wear. Look at the shock on the faces of the fans.
He's over there.
Mike Jackson.
He's over there because there's only curtain in like the little part. Then he just walked over to get a hot dog.
Did the damage. My own.
You know, I watched that match. I watched it live. I've seen the rerun several times, and every time I see that match, it makes me mad. They're cheating on my buddy, Action Mike Jackson.
God,
and I'm telling you what, it makes me hopping mad, and next time that happens, I'm
what
going
a
to jump in there and help him out.
motherfucker.
Hey, guys, those guys don't actually watch this show, do they? No. All right, then.
This guy thinks he is hilarious.
Let's carry on with the show.
That is Gunner's dad from TNA.
You came in at the end of it. What have you got to say for yourself? What have I got to say for myself?
What have I got to say for myself? See, I'm rich because I hung a rug up on this wall. I'm very wealthy. Why does he look like Dan Severn and Steve Blackman had a kid?
I'm not worried about anything you've got. I don't need anything you got. Matter of fact, I don't need that tie.
That'd be such a funny gimmick. A manager manages for like years, and he's like, I'm actually a wrestler.
I really don't need anything anybody else has got, but I'll tell you one thing, that's for sure.
Why does everybody take their clothes off on this show? Well, so what is up with that undershirt? Great tan.
You might understand, you may not understand, but when I went out there and hit Mike Jackson that first time, and when I took my foot and I put it upside his head, man, that felt
I'm going to do some ninjuti on you.
I don't need a suit, but what I need is to beat somebody up. And right here in Birmingham, June the 10th, tomorrow, I'm coming and I'm going to beat you up. You can count on that. We're going to be dirty white all night long, Daddy-O.
Mike Jackson, if you'll come over here for just a second. Oh, my goodness.
Wait, so is this...
Shoulders out of
that guy did it. That other guy. Who is that clown? I don't know his shoulder, brother.
Yeah, look at this. His
I love
shoulder
Mike Jackson's like, he took a suplex. I fucked up my shoulder.
Mike Jackson's shoulder is out of place out of the result of that match.
So the cutaway and the host was like, I've watched this match on replays, but then we're cutting back like it's live. I'm very confused. Sign one of those contracts. Talking about NDAs?
Mike Jackson with his contract.
to motivate. He's done more than motivate. We're going to
It's Mike Jackson and his
Friday, June the 10th.
personal cowboy.
I'll get back there with Rolly Welch. And we'll
Like, why is that guy standing there?
you and Jimmy Powell on Friday, June 10th.
Great, get that shoulder taken care of. My goodness.
Mike Jackson, it was a tie. I thought he had like a random chain. Brickhouse is there. They announced at the beginning of the show that he had signed a contract.
Next week, right here on Wrestle Birmingham, Tracy Brooks.
Tracy Brooks.
Right here.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having me, guys.
why
I'm
not?
really excited. Next week, ODB and myself running that ring.
ODB, Tracy
One-on-one women
Brooks.
action.
Well, that's
Next,
our
why
show
not?
for this evening.
Why
We
not?
hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to tune in every Friday night at 12:05 here on 3340.
Everybody's
and don't forget, our
here.
next big show is June the 10th at the Zamora Shrine Temple. To keep abreast of the latest and who's going to be on the card, go to our website.
It's driving me nuts that this shot is like just a little bit off center.
Till we see you again, this is Larry Lloyd for Wrestle Birmingham.
Larry
I'm a
Lloyd.
big-time wrestler, and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent.
We gotta see if they credit the rapper.
By the count of 3, but whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me.
So wait, Robert Fuller is both Robert Fuller and Colonel Rob Barker in this promotion? That's so confusing.
I'll spin you like a top, and when you
I love how there's two camera operators with the most like Alabama names, and then Stefano Minibiri. Like, of course, the song is performed by someone named Very White.
I'll throw you and kick you and make you feel sick. I'll set you on fire like a candle.
And it, I believe the promoter wrote the song.
But that won't save you from feeling the pain.
Did they list Mike Posing under his shoot name? That's funny. Two people edited this shit. All right. Nope. Before we go into the second episode, here's what we'll be watching Tuesday over on Twitch for WCW Deep Cuts Live.
This time, he's on my turf, and I plan on it.
More importantly, I must say.
All right, there I am. All right, so going back in time again, WCW Deep Cuts on Tuesday night. Another episode of this show.
The ropes won't save you when I start my attack. If you try to escape, I'll just pull you back. I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Cause I'm a big
Oh, hey, there's BG
Like
James.
the
rest of the family's there.
Entertain you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But whatever the outcome, you can't defeat me.
This is like,
You can't defeat me.
like, you know, like when you like started a job at like a retail place and then they try to do like a fun rap in the orientation video. Why does he have what's?
Birmingham.
Don't put the
I'm
baseball
your host,
bat.
Larry Lloyd. Well, tonight's show hits a home run on the action scale, and to show you what
Oh,
mean
I got you
right
there,
off
bud.
the bat, we're going to show you the ladies' match from Fright Fight at the
The
Zamora
ladies'
Shrine Temple.
match.
And by the way,
It's the only one we've
any of
had in
you
the
guys
last
that wanna
7
get to
years.
First base with either one of these gals.
Those are the only
better train hard.
verses.
Let's
Those are
take a
versus
look.
Greg Gagne for Wrestle Rock Rumble. All right, Tracy Brooks, babyface Tracy Brooks, with them fuzzy boots.
On Wrestle Birmingham, it's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
He wins or he loses, but you can't defeat him. Because he's got a positive attitude, Andrew. That's why. And I need to find Very White. I need to just have them sing, have them rap in their home on Zoom. Here comes ODB. She had not quite become ODB yet. Hello, Sam, over on YouTube. ODB. She's trying to heal on these kids, and these kids are like, no, I'm not going to sell for you.
Week or so ago, scouting the matches as we watched it. The latest addition to the stable of Wrestle Birmingham and the NWA, and a man that I have
I
respected.
love nothing more in a Southern Indie than when there's a ladies match and there's a woman in the crowd that's, I'll beat all your asses. And chances are she, because you don't fuck with the mom of 9 kids. ODB's so much fun. We got Brickhouse Brown on commentary, because why not? Let's see if Brickhouse Brown can keep things tasteful during a women's match.
And it is interesting because here at Wrestle Birmingham, a lot of spotlights on a lot of different stars, and to this evening we're going to start it out.
Octomom had 8 kids at the same time, so I have a feeling her lower body's her weakness. Whereas if you spread out the 8 kids, you don't fuck with that mom.
You know, women have quite a legacy in professional wrestling when you think about it, going back.
Women have quite the legacy in wrestling. Just as a gender.
Some of the most outstanding professional wrestlers have come down the pike. And
spin that around the other way. Men have such a legacy in wrestling. During like a McNasty match. All these men, they're good at wrestling. You know, Buddy Rogers, Luthez, McNasty.
Right up there with the men, you know, for his competition and the people just really support.
Women's wrestling has some seriously dark history. I believe these two were living in Nashville at the time, so that's why they're able to just make a quick jaunt down to Alabama. I'll do a roadblock shorts today, Sam.
In fact, wrestling over in the Middle East. You've wrestled on the TNA
Robert Fuller brings up Fabulous Moolah to recruit them for her home for broken women's wrestlers with Diamond Zoe.
There's some very good talent, both veteran talent and new talent here with Wrestle Birmingham in the NWA.
Doing the Andre spot.
And one thing I like to say right now, the competition here, right here.
More men need to do that spot. That should be an Otis spot.
And I tell you, some of these young superstars that they have coming up.
Hey, Rocco Star.
Like the Loverboy Elite. And I think you're going to see some big things from him coming up. And then you got some veterans that
yeah, I've heard about ODB's food truck. I heard it's really good.
So you're right, I signed the contract.
Rudrick, I don't think we've done an all-women show. I've got a couple on the list, though. Some fun ones. ODB checking her pulse. What a good heel. What a good heel.
The prowess of this match right to her, and quickly ODB went to the floor. Tracy Brooks, quite an outstanding athlete. She is,
the mind fuck of Michael St. John calling a Tracy Brooks ODB match is not lost on me.
Her physique, but to work out as a wrestler.
Well, a lot of the ladies now have changed their workout philosophy. I know there used to be.
Wait, there's a show where Joey Fatone makes Bloody Marys with ODB. I have to see this.
Taking a swig of,
now, what do you think she's got planned?
Glow? I don't know, because the rights for that have been disputed by a few different folks. I saw Wrestlelicious. All I can say is be patient.
Now these girls are coming in with the strength. I mean, they're getting ripped and cut, and they have a lot of strength and muscle.
What is she?
That aerobics fitness. You know what I'm trying to say?
She's saying something. Was she holding a pacifier?
In Japan, and how the professional wrestlers, the lady wrestlers over there, have trained and become. And I think that is a trend now. ODB spitting the water.
All right, Brian linked it. Text me that link too, Brian. I'll have to watch it.
I think that may have just made her mad, as she got a face full of.
Also, Michael St. John talking about All Japan Women is also a mindfuck.
Tracy Brooks, you know, try to get into her psyche and intimidate her a little bit, get her off a game plan, and I think it might be working because
both girls are coming to the floor now. Wait a minute,
Tracy Brooks has the ring bell hammer. Oh no, she has water. Wait, is it bubbles? She has bubbles. Did she drink from the bubbles?
Sneak attack on ODB. Capture.
Oh. I hope that was water and not bubbles. Like it had the top kind of like it was bubbles.
Head put into the apron of the ring, and Tracy Brooks just taking her around the ring is going to maybe
I believe the countouts in Wrestle Birmingham are 50, according to how long we've gone here. Cannot show women slamming each other into the apron. We have to cut to the crowd. A little too violent. Spray bottle. Okay. Also, apparently the cowboy is the producer of the show. He's got a headset on, which means he's getting cues from the back. It is insane that this show, that Wrestle Birmingham, has their shit more together. I just got creeped out by that. Than like 90% of indies now.
The girl got a game plan, and I'm telling you right now, if Tracy Brooks don't watch.
So I'm genuinely amazed that Brickhouse has gotten through this far in the match without saying something horrifyingly sexist.
Nice monkey flip.
That time, Tracy Brooks showing ODB how it's done in the wrestling ring after taking care of business outside the ring. Again,
boom.
This time, ODB.
Thank you for the text, Brian. I'll have to watch that here in a bit.
As well. Well, getting back to the talent here as these two girls go at it in the ring. Getting back to the talent in Wrestle Birmingham.
Getting back to the talent in the ring.
Thomas, but I mean, when you get people like a veteran like Robert Fuller now putting back together the stud stable.
Well, I can tell you one thing from firsthand experience. Robert Fuller's been around a long time. He's a wily veteran, and I've got to tell you something. And back in my younger days,
referee is very intense, but also not doing a damn thing.
What he did for my career.
That was like a 9 count before he grabbed her. I am a referee. I hate when indie refs are like fucking drill sergeants screaming and yelling. Didn't Brickhouse die and come back? It sounds familiar. She forgot her boots, so she borrowed the Beast Mortoses. I saw a picture of Beast Mortos and Super Dragon on social media earlier, and it made me so happy. Stud Stable should have been Scott Stud, Diamond Stud, and Ron Stud. Managed by Big John Stud, yes. Why the fuck is Brickhouse talking about the X Division? Also imagine Brickhouse Brown in the X Division.
In order to get to that next level.
Well, and speaking of that and addressing that, I know Brickhouse in signing on with Wrestle Birmingham, you're not here just to observe. At some point
again, they're saying he signed a contract.
And I know you've got your eyes set
Brickhouse Brown signed an exclusive deal, no longer a free agent.
Is a stepping stone really to the NWA World
3-year
Heavyweight
deal
Championship that is
with an option year for Brickhouse Brown.
And of course now currently held by the Golden Boy, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Of course, and
big fan of Michael St. John referring to Jeff Jarrett in 2005 as his Memphis nickname, the Golden Boy.
I'm not trying to toot myself, toot my own horn, but I've got a few victories over Jeff Jarrett. He has a few victories over me, so I really like
Brickhouse Brown trying to shoot his own angle for an NWA World Title shot on commentary.
The words of our guest commentator here, the legendary
Brickhouse Brown and Jeff Jarrett would have such a fun match. Would have been in front of this crowd for the NWA World Title. It would have been a blast.
Just not quite able to hold her down.
Oh, sack of shit slam.
It's like I said about the training these girls go through now. It's no longer the aerobics and the step. These girls do a lot of weight training.
You just say that women used to do aerobics training to wrestle?
I like that. No matter who it is, that's dead weight when you toss them over your head.
But now, yeah, Bob Holly was in the WWF. Otherwise, he probably would have been here as the local hero for Mobile.
Oh, that's true. And now ODB.
Like, I cannot believe how tasteful Brickhouse Brown is keeping this. He's on his best behavior here. He just signed his exclusive deal with NWA Wrestling Birmingham.
Oh gosh. That was an insult more so than anything.
Jonathan's mom did jazzercise. Let's book her.
And I've got to tell you, Michael St. John, I am really impressed with
Canadian backbreaker.
How long when she's held Tracy Brooks on her shoulder like that. That takes a lot of...
Yeah, they are dressed to wrestle. That's a good point, Brian. A lot of... In this era, a lot of the American women were... They were dressed for show, not go.
Wrestle Birmingham from the Zamora Shrine Temple coming up on June 10th. Outstanding card.
Brent, you are on where playing on Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness. Props to you, my friend.
Making his Birmingham debut with Wrestle Birmingham.
I assume you're not flying Spirit then, because the Wi-Fi works.
Yes, that was a beautiful DDT we just seen right there. And Tracy Brooks looked like she might be in a bit of a trouble here.
Tracy is down. ODB may be taking the worst for wear out of that as well.
You know, not only am I enjoying this match, but, you know,
referee seems very confused. United. Okay, that's why the Wi-Fi works.
I'm looking for a good mixed tag team partner right now, and both of these girls have really shown me something, Michael.
So I don't think you could go wrong with either one.
Hey, you got that right.
Oh, shoot.
My goodness, what a chop. ODB sent to the ropes. Caught with the shoulder block. There's
gotcha,
the elbow up underneath the chin.
Got momentum going.
Tracy Brooks.
Oh, her head almost hit the ground. I get so scared when wrestlers do flying head scissors to short people.
Perhaps a bit dizzy, but still with her wits enough to kick out.
With her what? Oh, wits.
Side saddle suplex now. Reversal by ODB. Into the buckle goes Tracy Brooks. ODB coming
Here's the thing about a chop. A one big loud chop, whether you're in the Tokyo Dome or you're in the Larry Storch Sports Porch in Tuscaloosa, a real good chop's going to get over anywhere.
Bulldog up the second rope. Nice and well done.
Tracy now with just one hand. She didn't quite have the strength to get over.
We're doing falsies.
ODB got the
either of them wrestle in Japan? Did they?
Tracy Brooks gonna wrap her up.
They had to have done something in Japan.
That time as well.
Like, I know it wasn't as prevalent at the time for American women to go to Japan. Like, Shimmer kind of rebuilt that bridge. They had to have won at least one of them.
Missed.
Ooh, good spear.
You may have given out one or two of those down at Auburn or in places other than Auburn, also in the ring as well.
And Auburn or places other than Auburn really makes it specific, Michael St. John.
And I know it seemed to me that you share that love with me as well.
Absolutely. I have a lot of respect for that program, and Coach Tom.
Yeah, ODB had to have wrestled in Japan.
I'm very familiar with several of their athletes, including a young man that will quarterback that team this year from right here in the Birmingham area, Brandon Cox. And maybe someday we'll have an opportunity to talk more about that. But in the meantime, back to wrestling. There's Tracy Brooks catching ODB.
There we go. Tracy Brooks gets the win. And this is the most excited I've heard this crowd in an hour. They kind of got into that Midnight Express Loverboy angle. Yeah, that was a good match.
Wait a minute.
Wait, why is Shasta McNasty in the ring? Gonna do something real pervy here.
Those girls have fought their heart out, and to me, they gave
real gross.
There was really no loser in the match.
Oh no! Ew!
Wait a minute.
He just made her touch his butt. This is gonna get real weird. Oh, it's the women are both gonna be baby faces because they beat up the gross heel who's assaulting them.
I don't care, professional wrestler, no professional.
I am so happy we're past this shit in wrestling.
Just the bejesus out of McNasty. Tried to go to the spinning.
Oh god.
You know what? I can't deal with this right here. I've got to do something about this.
Look at that snap mare by McNasty. He is manhandling these
Who
ladies
on their bingo card for tonight had Brickhouse Brown as a run-in to save Tracy Brooks and ODB from a guy named McNasty? Oh, what a good freaking punch. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Brick is over, baby. Doing just all of the shit that he does. Oh, my gosh. I love how the women don't even get to celebrate with them. It's just Brickhouse gets the pop at the end. Like, those women just had a pretty good match, and Brickhouse got the pop at the end.
I think it's empty between those ears, but Brickhouse
Yeah, Tracy Brooks is halfway to the locker room. The refs, oh, she won, by the way. I don't know if anybody noticed. She won the match that just happened.
Here at Wrestle Birmingham.
You know, he's been watching the matches for several weeks. I'm going to tell you, this man...
He's just been waiting for Tracy Brooks to walk out.
Wee doggies. I like that match.
Wee doggies.
I had a ball watching that.
I think Excalibur needs to pick up that
I got to talk to my buddy Mike Jackson backstage after his match. He was a little upset. Let's see what he had to say.
Larry Lloyd here for Wrestle Birmingham. I'm here with Action Mike Jackson.
Larry Lloyd here for Wrestle Birmingham. I got this hat, so I couldn't afford a microphone. Let's hear what Mike Jackson has to say. Bradley Reed, why are you shouting at me? My favorite wrestler ever, William Regal.
First of all, I'm out there.
Tomorrow you asked me, it'll be Arn Anderson, but one of the two.
With anybody else. I do what I'm told. I go out there third match. I'm doing the very best I can. But all of a sudden, a guy named
These fuckers put me on third match. I don't say anything.
You know, you could have never won that match without me to motivate you.
And so it's part of the storyline that he's like, yeah, these guys book me like shit. Whatever. These guys don't know what to do with me, but I don't say anything. Yeah, Mike Jackson does still work today, Jonathan. Yep. In his 70s. Love that emoji, Troy Vang. Love it, love it, love it.
Like everybody from Birmingham, we got class. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this microphone back to the man, and I'm going to walk out of here before I say something to you that I really shouldn't say.
Mike Jackson
So we just
showing the better part of valor.
did this whole ass angle last week. Why not just replay the whole thing where this manager beats the shit out of Mike Jackson?
And what a suplex! Shades of the dirty white boy there. Jimmy Powell now removing
We've established Jimmy Powell used to be a star wrestler.
Mike Jackson with his necktie.
He is choking Mike Jackson down.
Well, I'm a little bit more settled.
Oh, he got his belts. They had to run the clip so he can go grab his belts.
The Zamora Shrine Temple. The hottest ticket in professional wrestling right here. I've heard some of the names coming. All-Star Card, Road Warrior Animal, and I don't even have to go in. Once you say that, you said it all. But let me tell you something. June the 10th is a very special day for me. You know, Jimmy Powell, when you came out and you interfered.
Mike Jackson is Southern wrestling personified, friends.
1, 2, 3 with a patent move of my own.
I mean that as the greatest compliment.
You started this motivation stuff. You came out with your suit and tie on. You lulled me to sleep. Well, I'm going to tell you what. You're not going to lull me to sleep anymore because we've signed the contract. It's me and the dirty white boy Jimmy
Larry Lloyd
Powell.
over there looks like he's thinking, I could kick his ass.
Let me tell you something right now. There's no reason for me to mix words. There's no reason for me to make a bunch of promises I can't keep. You made a little crack about my age. You said, you're 55, you're 60 years old. You can't be the oldest man in professional wrestling. Well, let me tell you something right now. I am one of the oldest men in professional wrestling. I'm proud of it. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I may not wrestle another match. I may not go to the ballpark. I may not go out of my house. But I'm going to sit there until June the 10th, and I'm going to stew on what you've done to me. And when
I'm an introvert. I don't leave the house.
I'll guarantee you this.
I'm an agoraphobic.
Man is going to give you a good old-fashioned Birmingham.
Mike Jackson, if he was 6 foot 245, he would have been a huge star.
Looking forward to that, Mike. Thank you. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Dennis Condry.
Don't go away. That's seminary shit right there.
Shrine Temple on Friday, June 10th.
Yeah, for being his size, Mike Jackson looks like a bad motherfucker.
Tom Pritchard, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
I love that this commercial has the vibes of one of those compilation CDs that you'd see in infomercials for. But it's just a list of old man wrestlers. All right, Winborn, take her easy. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Much more. Friday,
agoraphobic
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple. For tickets, call
and you don't even have to even hire anybody for it. Just announce him for matches, and he gets counted out.
Go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
Barry Productions.
They had to have
your
had
source
Barry
for
White
technical
perform
management,
that
staging,
song
and sound
live
and
at a
light
show.
systems. We'll deliver, set up, and make the magic happen. Whether
How
we're
was there
using our
never a
equipment
wrestler
or
named
yours,
Jukebox
we are
Hero?
a top-notch arsenal of sound and light systems that will make your next event
Again, nobody
sizzle and
gives a
shine.
shit
And our highly
that
professional staging
you have genie
services
lips,
will
bud.
have you up and running in no time and looking better than ever. With prices designed for your bottom line, you can't beat Barry Productions. 205-987-3211.
Was that the phone number from earlier? Here we go. The Midnight Express again. Bobby Eaton, Dennis Condrey, who is he wearing a Kangol hat? No, it's just a backwards baseball hat. I was excited. And Randy Rose wearing the best jacket I've ever seen, shaking hands with fans at ringside, even though he's a heel. What a move. He has a literal Midnight Express train on the back of his jacket, because of course he does. I should buy the URL for Wrestle Birmingham. Yeah, man. If anybody's ever heard the Bill Dundee Mid-South story, imagine Bill Dundee walking into this locker room. Okay, where's the blowjobs? And Dennis Condrey is like, I'm here. Wait. We're joined by a guy. Oh, it's the NWA rep. Roy Well? Wow. I love Dennis Condrey trying to look cool, trying to look hip with his sunglasses and his backwards hat. Like if everybody's naked, it looks like the gym from any Planet Fitness. No. Right here, his hands on his hips. With his jacket only button at the very bottom. What a look. Bobby Eaton's like, hey guys, there's fans over here. Shit, with Drew. Raffy. Baby Boo. Bobby just tried to like grab at his wiener. What is Bobby doing? Why was Bobby trying to? Why was he trying to grab at his dick? It's so weird. Oh my gosh! I am a Planet Fitness member. That's how I know. I don't look like it, but yes, I am. Of course, we did do a replay from last week. Why not? I love it. Michael St. John gets them all to turn to this one camera, so they can pitch to the replay from last week, and then they don't cut to that camera until the last second. Again, the show was not live. Yeah, Bobby Eaton is the young up-and-comer chomping at the bits. You think Loverboy Tommy Lane or whatever his name is invited his softball team, all the fifth graders that he coaches, out to watch him wrestle? That's Condrey, okay, Bruce Potato Cake. Listen, I cannot get over. He just kicked him in the dick. And it looks like he really kicked him in the dick as the cutoff to go into the brawl. Dan Lane was not on this show, Ken, no. There's Condrey kicking everyone in the dick.
They have attacked Lee Thomas. They are pounding Lee Thomas.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Randy Rhodes, Dennis Condrey has the referee
Like,
tied up. What's he doing? Looks like he's getting his belt.
Heyman had Condrey and Rose, yeah. Again, this is such a weird combo to do a Midnight Express reunion with. I think this is the only place where Randy Rose was part of the reunion. Everywhere else, it was Stan Lane as the third. Sometimes Cornette would step in and wrestle as the third, but never Randy Rose, except for here.
Classic Midnight Express. I knew they were here, but they have made their presence known.
God, I can't wait till I get to be Dennis Condrey's age. I'm gonna wear a handkerchief around my neck like that. Nobody can stop me. The page wipe effect. Sony Vegas. What is going on with Hardcam? Why is an actual person just holding it? That is the best thing about wrestling. Is so many dudes that look like Dennis Condrey get to call themselves Loverboy, sexy.
If you'd like to reach the big leagues with your product or service and would like to advertise on Wrestle Birmingham, contact us at 205-970-0333.
This guy is having the time of his life,
or go to our website,
getting to do all this prop work.
www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
These interstitials. That's a great nickname, Brian. You should get trained. Get All-American Atomic Sex Machine. Oh shit, they open the door and it's Dennis Condrey and he takes off the guy's belt.
Frank! What is it this time? Emailing your mom? Downloading music?
Booking our vacation. Told Francine.
No, there's no way he was. He had minimized a window there, bud. Sorry.
Still don't have high-speed internet at your house? Get Bell South Fast Access DSL starting at $9.95 a month for the first 3 months.
DSL, baby. That means something completely different these days.
In a flash. Even use your phone at the same time. And at $9.95
yeah, that was a big
month,
thing in 2005. You could use your phone and be on the internet.
Order online at fastaccessdsl.com.
Guys, I was just beating off at my neighbor's house.
Frank, did you book the vacation?
Oh, he's going on a vacation, all right.
Get it now for just $9.95 a month. Bell
Brian
South,
just brought up
listening,
the funniest visual in my head of Jim Cornette having a tennis racket with coexist.
Don't miss Absco's
Yes, Norvell
Memorial
Austin.
Day sale
Norvell
this
Austin
week with our
rules.
lowest prices ever on all clearance
Yeah.
and discontinued items. Hundreds of one-of-a-kind
Shame-
bargains for
shame
your
they
home.
never did a
Come
reunion
see
with
our
Norvell
commercial
Austin.
quality grills, the Big Green Egg and Fire Magic, and 12 months.
God, that makes me hungry. Absco. Lakeview.
Dave Baird, only on ABC.
Dave Baird
340. Wrestle
is
Birmingham returns to
alive
the
'cause he's
Zamora Shrine
blinking.
Temple on Friday, June 10th. You don't want to miss Road Warrior Animal, Dr. Tom
Again, Road Warrior
Richard,
Animal.
Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, Bullet
At least they're not
Bob
false.
Armstrong,
They're like, he's actually a human. We can't
Armstrong,
false advertise that
Brad
he's an
Armstrong,
animal.
The exotic Adrian Street with Miss Linda, the awesome Ian Flex, Action Mike Jackson, Ricky Morton,
Ricky Morton,
and a
baby.
surprise new tag team, plus much, much more. Friday,
Surprise new tag teams like
June
the Motor
10th,
City
Wrestle
Machine
Birmingham
Guns.
returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple. For tickets, call 205-970-0333.
Come watch our news. It's
Or go
hosted
to
by a guy named David.
www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
I will not.
Right now, let's watch the gall darndest fight you've ever seen with
This is-
Randy Rose and Loverboy Lee Thomas.
I was about to say this show has a real like sports bloopers tape vibe.
Right now, let's
Then
take a
that
look at the
happened.
matchup between Randy Rose and Lee Thomas.
I love that. More wrestling shows need to like pre-tape shows need to leave in the bloopers. I love it. Here we go. We got the Midnights. Will he wrestle this time? Is Randy Rose wearing eyeliner? Wait, are they coming out separately even though they're both Midnight Express dudes? Yeah, if I were Randy Rose, I would never take that jacket off. I'll just get a tight shot of this old man's back. Oh no, we're getting grudge match.
Back with you on Wrestle Birmingham, Loverboy Lee Thomas against the Midnight Express.
Oh shit, we're doing spinning heel kicks, baby. Again, I cannot get over this dude's using Can't Touch This in 2005.
come at the hands of all three members of the Midnight Express a week ago here on Wrestle Birmingham as he was beaten with
Like Loverboy Tommy Stevens or whatever the fuck his name is. Seems like a pretty solid athlete. The phone number's at a service. Boo.
He's going to get it with Dennis Condrey and that leather strap match.
Well, I'll say this much. Lee Thomas, I have not seen him as fired up as he was when he hit the ring. It looked like he had a stick of dynamite in his boots. He went right to work.
Stick of dynamite in his butt.
And, of course, Randy Rose, one of the members of the Midnight Express, along with
the new, okay, Brian looked it up. The new exciting tag team seems to be a guy named River D'Angelo and Elix Skipper. All right. All right, Bootable, take her easy. Have a good night.
Yes, Dennis Condrey for many, many years.
I don't know. I'm not a big Art Bell guy. Did they play The Chase as the Coast to Coast AM song?
To Dennis Condrey. Well, you know, Dennis Condrey, he really disappeared from the wrestling world for, I would say, a good 10 years. So, you know, to take a man's name, I mean, it was out of respect.
Come on, man. I'm gonna blow you right here in the middle of the ring. Let's scar all these kids. Get this promotion kicked off television. Come on. How about it?
So really, I don't see anything bad about it.
Well, and when you look at Lee Thomas, you also get a feeling that you get a little bit of Rick.
You're gonna take me up on that?
You get a little bit of several wrestlers.
Oh, Lash LaRue was on the next show. Man, we missed out. Shout out Lash LaRue, my Twitter bud, who is real lucky that Elon turned off the lights.
Is taking wrestling to its next level, and to be beaten, I mean literally beaten with that belt, and I was.
Okay, it was the Coast to Coast. That's fun.
This week, he's still showing welts from that beating he took.
Well, I mean, he took a beating from Dennis Condrey. This ain't the first.
Loverboy went to his factory job that next night. It's like, guys, I wrestled a guy from the Midnight Express, and he didn't tell him which one. You fuckers need to come out on June 10th, and I'll wrestle the Midnight Express again. Oh, Katsa Hajime, the Taz Mission by Randy Rose.
And of course, coming up on June 10th at the Zamora Shrine Temple.
All right, so Mike Jackson just wrestled his student again. That's hilarious.
It shows you where the NWA, where they're at on these things.
That's fun.
Roy Lee Welch, the director
a very casual dick kick
came out and made the
by old Randy.
Between Condrey and
the Rose Mission.
Lee Thomas, the Battle of the Lover Boys.
Beat me if you can.
Temple in Birmingham on June 10th.
No, just beat me. Like, I'm gonna lose.
And I'm going to tell you what, they're going to be strapping each other because Lee Thomas has got a lot of whipping to do, Dennis Condrey.
Now, here's now Randy Rhodes working over Lee Thomas in the ring, the veteran Randy Rhodes. Midnight Express.
Love those old man clotheslines that are just like a real gentle, boop, and we come down together.
Here's a veteran athlete. Midnight Express, literally, you did mention the fact that
beat me if you can, putting it for.
If you would, and left the professional wrestling business for almost a decade, but now he has returned with a vengeance, and not only that, it doesn't look like he hasn't missed a lick.
It doesn't look like it.
Doesn't miss a lick of what?
Along with Bobby Eaton, have held tag team championships throughout the country, but Randy Rhodes and Dennis Condrey were Southeastern.
Oh shit, he's gonna do a moonsault?
I mean, they've had run-ins with many.
Oh no!
Alabama.
Lee Thomas,
Vader bomb.
Randy Rose came off that.
Randy Rose and his famous Vader bomb.
Where he was going, and there was no Lee Thomas to be found.
Love to add moves to my arsenal in my 60s. Oh shit, he's just gonna dump him on his head. Oh, that was a cold shot. Not so much a hot shot.
What action on Wrestle Birmingham? We invite you to join us live at the Zamora Shrine.
Like if you're afraid, if your opponent's so old that you're afraid to hurt him, like you're just afraid to make contact, you might want to like tell him, hey, we might need to be wrapping this career up. This show is so weird. Hello, thank you so much for the follow. Did not quite catch Ghetto the Obscure, I think it is. I need to get a better background for the Twitch follows for Off the Grid. My opinion, the best version of the Midnights. Dennis and Bobby were the best working version. Stan and Bobby were the best for TV.
Randy Rose has taken over on Lee Thomas. Again, the veteran expertise of
they were the best for like TV angles.
Midnight Express, Randy Rose taking right over on Lee Thomas. Thomas caught. He's got
They're both great teams.
But he may be cutting off the
Dennis and Bobby were definitely the better working team.
Through the mouth and nose area. The referee is checking. It's not really a chokehold, but it's almost a smother hole there.
Well,
that has to be illegal. He's murdering him.
I think he is checking it a little bit. Mike Posey has refereed for many years.
Mike Posey's like, he's still breathing. It's okay. Randy and Dennis were the best for staying away from elementary schools. And let's shoot all these empty seats in the back. Let folks know.
The professional wrestling referee has the hardest officiating job.
Ryan, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it.
Ron West refereed for many years. He was the most hated man in many places. People hated him, and it is hard because every night you go out there, you never.
Every night you go out
and
there,
you got people like Randy Rose
and people just hate you. Right. Michael St. John knows what that's like.
On Randy Rose, sends him into the ropes, caught him with that clothesline coming off. You know, you mentioned your father, Ronnie West, and I had an opportunity, of course, in my first days of wrestling to work with your dad. And the one thing, and a real tribute to you and your father, in the
they both just tried to hit each other in the balls at the same time. Small package. God, again, if you're so old that you cannot get out of a small package. Here comes the army.
Here comes Scott Armstrong.
Oh, I thought it was Mike Jackson. No, it's Scott Armstrong. Super kick Scott Armstrong, as the graphic said. Yeah, Andrew, we do all feel like the most hated man sometimes. I definitely do.
The thing about Scott Armstrong last
Armstrong's like, there are guys out there, referee. There are guys outside the ring.
Midnight Express disappeared, but this time he was there before the Midnight Express could inflict any damage on Lee Thomas.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's some excitement right here.
I love pro wrestling because we can all just watch half-nude old pasty men, and it just makes sense.
Let's make this short and sweet. Dennis Conley, you was one of my heroes, but now you're nothing more than a target. June 10th, I'll be here. Bring your whole duffel bag, because you're going to need it.
Bring your whole duffel bag? Is that like a southern thing I don't know about? Bring your whole duffel bag? It just sounds like you're...
And you can get a little bit of satisfaction on Dennis Condrey.
Also, I think Loverboy has an erection.
All you people here seen it tonight, I've been doing the whooping here twice. You know, not once with Randy Rose, but also with McNasty.
But Armstrong's like, yep. And let me talk. And fans do not give a shit about what he's saying.
I'll tell you what. Let me add one more thing to this, Lee Thomas, before you leave.
Yeah, what if Loverboy doesn't show up because he's got to do, overtime at the highway department? Fixing some potholes.
But I'm going to tell all the people in Birmingham right now, Bobby Eaton and Randy Rose will be barred from the building.
Yeah, a.k.a. they're not booked.
It'll only be you and Dennis Condrey.
We're not got them booked for a convention somewhere.
That's Friday, June 10th, Wrestle Birmingham.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Lee Thomas, you remind us of Johnny Gunn without the charisma. He looks like Ray Rougeau. Why'd he do a little grind move there? That was weird.
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on Friday, June 10th. You don't want to miss.
You think like
Road Warrior Animal, Dr.
Like
Tom
30-somethings
Robert Fuller,
in Birmingham
Jimmy
go to the Zamora Shrine Temple
Bullet
sometimes,
Bob
take their
Armstrong,
kids.
Super
Right
Kick,
here is where I
Scott
saw
Armstrong,
the
Brad
Battle of the Lover
Armstrong,
Boys.
The exotic Adrian Street with Miss Linda, the awesome Ian Flex, Action Mike Jackson.
Listen, if I see
Ricky
a boner,
Morton,
I'm gonna
and a
say
surprise
something.
new
I see
tag
something, I
team.
say something.
Plus, much, much more.
I think that was a Jimmy Del Rey
June
belly roll
10th,
for no
Wrestle
reason.
Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple. For tickets,
In
call
Beham.
205-970-0333 or go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
I got to talk with Tom Pritchard backstage at Fright Fight. Well, actually, he talked.
What if there's
I
no
listened.
videos?
Anyway,
I got to talk
let's
to
do
Tom
that
Pritchard
now.
backstage. Nice
I'm
guy.
here with the doctor, Tom.
Look at that
Tom,
belt.
you've got one of the
Holy
biggest battles of your
shit.
life coming up this
That
Friday night with the
belt
Road
just
Warriors.
called me a slur.
You're here with the Alabama heavyweight champion, and I've heard everybody talk about Dr. Tom. This could be the biggest
Alabama heavyweight champion, aka the Grand Wizard of Wrestling.
you've ever stepped in the ring with.
I love Tom Pritchard,
Well, I've got
though.
news for you, and I've got
Tom
news
Pritchard's
for you.
great.
I've stepped in with some of the greatest names in this business today. And this
Hey, Rated R
Friday night,
Louie over on
at the Zamora
YouTube.
Shrine Temple, I can promise you this.
And yeah, that's a good point, Green Boy. He's not doing Roddy Piper.
As a challenger, and he'll step out
Good
of the
on
ring as a
him.
loser, because no matter how big you are,
So I believe he's wearing an OVW shirt.
because I didn't win this
Either that or the
battle
Wrestle
by
Birmingham
walking
shirt
in
is
the
just an
ring and
OVW shirt
stealing it. I
ripoff.
won it, I've got it, and I don't care what I've got to do to win it and keep it. I'm going to do everything I can. And if it's Road Warrior Animal,
Thank you, Rated R Louie. Yeah,
I
43,000
don't
followers
care.
over on or
Road
subs
Warrior,
over on
bring it
YouTube.
I am the man.
It's
I am the
inching and
Alabama
crawling my way
champion,
towards
and you're nothing
that play
to
button.
me.
I wrestled some of the greatest names in wrestling, and I came in second every
returns to
time.
the Zamora Shrine Temple
Listen,
on
if nothing
Friday,
else,
June 10th.
You're
You
going to
don't
watch
wanna
Wrestle
miss
Birmingham
Road
TV,
Warrior Animal,
and you're going to know
Dr. Tom Pritchard,
where the next show
Robert
is
Fuller,
and who's booked
Jimmy
on.
Golden, Bullet Bob Armstrong, Superkick Scott Armstrong, Brad Armstrong, the exotic Adrian Street with Miss Linda.
I mean, yeah, the Grand
awesome
Wizard was the Grand
Ian
Wizard of Wrestling, but the
Action
Grand
Mike
Wizard was also
Jackson,
called that as a
Ricky
joke
Morton,
because he was a gay
and a
Jewish man.
surprise new tag team. Plus, much, much more.
Whereas
Friday,
if you go
June
walking around
10th,
with a belt that
Wrestle
looks like
Birmingham
that in
returns
public,
to the Zamora Shrine Temple. For tickets, call 205-970-0333 or go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com.
yeah, I love how he was like, I talked to Tom Pritchard backstage, and then it was just a conversation they had.
From Montgomery, Alabama, weigh 265 pounds, gorgeous Jimmy
Andrew, and you would know. That's your expertise. Oh shit! Here we go.
is accompanied at ringside by the Tennessee stud,
Old Jimmy Golden. Cousins in action. This means Jimmy Golden and Elix Skipper were in a stable together at one point. Looks like he's wearing the Cobra Kai logo on his robe. And now I want a season of Cobra Kai where the two dojos come together to fight off the Fullers and the Goldens.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 245 pounds, Wildcat
Wendell Cooley, holy shit. That's a name. That's a blast from the past. That 13-year-old girl's like, yeah, Wendell Cooley.
What wild action. You saw the outcome of what happened when Brickhouse.
That is Bunkhouse Buck. Yes, Egomaniac.
After the ladies match last week with OD.
This is Alabama, so he's Jimmy Golden.
Acting the gentleman, and then today, as we were trying to get this program started off, McNasty decides to literally
Miyagi-Do versus the Stud Stable. Would be such a good season of Cobra Kai. But yeah, the main event of this show is frickin' Wendell Cooley against Jimmy Golden in the year 2005.
Quite a matchup between Jimmy Golden and Wendell Cooley.
It is good to see Wildcat Wendell Cooley back here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's been so long since he's been in Birmingham.
It's been so long since he's been here. He has owed so many women child support. But the statute of limitations has expired. So he can come back and wrestle, everybody. All right, Yankee Hawk, we'll see you Tuesday. Have a good night.
Toe-to-toe, and they're no strangers to each other. They have battled many, many times before.
They have many.
Yeah, Robert Fuller's penis is bigger than Wendell Cooley.
And Wildcat Wendell Cooley, actually the feud between these two goes back many years, goes back over 15 years, right here in this area with the Continental Championship.
You think Robert Fuller saw Loverboy Lee in the locker room and was like, that's not a boner. This is a boner.
An exciting match.
Wendell Cooley is a tactician in the ring, and of course Jimmy Golden.
The sad thing is I could envision ODB arm wrestling Robert Fuller's penis.
3 decades of professional
That's a good way to describe the show, Rick. This is a show of people that you only really heard about in shoot interviews.
That would really enjoy getting into the ring with some veteran like Wendell Cooley or Jimmy Golden, because these veterans bring so much to the ring, and quite frankly, I think they could take the measure of an awful lot of wrestling athletes that are out there today.
I think so.
Wrist lock. We're gonna stay in this for a while, baby. Wendell Cooley with those great cowboy boots. They need to make a comeback in wrestling. Nobody has those anymore, except for JD Drake. This is the program All Stars. The one segment I like when I check out the Jim Cornette show, which is rarely. Wow, Redneck Ogre, you were at this show.
Have seen what these men have done throughout their careers, and the one thing that is a very true line of.
I'm assuming you were one of those kids that was arguing about the Midnight Express.
Robert Fuller, he can cause more trouble than I think I've ever seen anyone cause in the wrestling business.
Everybody's like, you were causing too much damage with this wrist lock. It's just too dangerous. That man might have carpal tunnel. Sammy Guevara wearing cowboy boots would be fun because he wouldn't be able to do half of his damn flips.
Duly noted, and especially when it comes not only
Duly noted for Cooley. That should have been his nickname. Wendell Cooley noted.
June 10th at the Zamora Shrine Temple in Birmingham.
Referee Mark Madden is telling the competitors Snoochie Boochies.
It's going to be a spectacular match. I mean, you're looking at people that have wrestled each other for countless numbers of years, and the thing about it,
Jimmy Golden's so much fun. He's doing jack shit in this match.
You're looking at Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, Ron Fuller. All the Fullers have had nothing but problems, and Jimmy Golden with the Armstrongs for several years. So it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
And despite the fact of the lapse,
These guys are, they think they are geniuses for just locking hands and standing there. No, it's not really Mark Madden. There's no way Mark Madden is refereeing a match in Alabama in 2005. It just, yeah, he stunningly looks like Mark Madden. Like, the most unfortunate genetics imaginable. And I say this looking like this.
I'm thinking about they're going to fire up like the Sloss furnace.
I think so, because you take all these wrestlers, you take something. I mean,
everybody going to Dick Kick City tonight. Shout out to my pal Brian Zane. Mark Madden thinks he's too good to set foot in Alabama.
That particular night, it was a Christmas night back in 1984. Robert Fuller took the opportunity to turn on Bob Armstrong, leaving him inside a steel cage.
We are doing recalls to angles from 21 years prior. I mean, to be fair, they do that shit in WWE all the time now.
I don't think you'll ever get over that, and that's exactly what Jimmy Golden, Robert Fuller did to Bob Armstrong.
I'm sure Alabama's a real fun place. If you look like me or you, Brian.
Ever had a Christmas present quite like that, and that's something, like you say, will be remembered for a long time. And there's Fuller just fanning on Golden. All he's doing, stalling for time.
God, we need another manager with a hanky.
Attention diverted by Fuller, and that allows Jimmy Golden to grab.
That was a jump scare. Just a child at ringside in a penis mask.
You can see by the way Wendell Cooley went down, that caught by that thumb, and now Robert Gibson choking him from the outside.
Oh gosh, he's choking him with the snot rag.
This is what I'm saying about Robert Fuller. Look at what the man will do. Taking Wendell Cooley,
He called Dixie Carter a bitch.
Robert Fuller has made, let's be honest, the man has made a fortune in the pro wrestling business, and this is the reason why. He will do whatever it takes. You think about it, the man has been wrestling.
He did just call him Robert Gibson. I didn't even compute that.
People like Jimmy Golden, and he's took wrestlers, the Nasty Boys. He managed those guys. You think about it,
He didn't fucking manage the Nasty Boys, did he?
And that's what he's doing with Jimmy Golden. And now
he managed Harlem Heat with Sherry. He managed Buck and Slater. Dave in Syracuse, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. On the erotic Eric Fontaine level, that means you're going to get bonus stream in January. Yeah, I didn't think he managed the Nasty Boys. We're just making shit up now.
goes right back to work on.
I thought the ref was going to do a dive.
Worse to wear right now is Jimmy Golden taking the measure of him. Referee being distracted.
How dare Michael St. John not know his 1995 WCW history?
On Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
How dare he?
Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
These kids, they've had all their caffeine that Mike Jackson gave them during intermission. Oh, referee just hits a dude in the dick and he takes a face bump.
Downstairs on Golden.
You know, you think about it. He had no other choice. He's got two guys beating on him. So what did he have to do? That, I mean,
Punker, I think you need to go to the Shrine Temple when you go to Birmingham, February.
But still, at the same time, he had to do what he had to do. There we go.
It was just make up shit. Robert Fuller managed the Usos. Robert Fuller managed CM Punk. Yeah, these guys are doing nothing and having a blast doing it. And Robert Fuller's just on the apron now, because why not? He tapped him on the back. Oh, super! It's Scott Armstrong's gimmick, buddy. Super kick Scott Armstrong. He's gonna beat your ass in the locker room.
Being distracted by Robert Fuller. The referee now, Cooley has to go back and
There he goes for the big bulldog. He hits it on.
Yeah, bulldog. That's a finish in this town.
The Wendell Cooley bulldog. He had the cover. He's gonna bring Robert Fuller.
Robert Fuller looks like the Great Khali next to Wendell Cooley. That's insane, Jonathan, that your cook in Birmingham, Alabama didn't know how to make biscuits and gravy. What the hell? There's Scott Armstrong. You should beat his ass for stealing your finish. Super kick Scott Armstrong.
His attention to Scott Armstrong now. Here's Fuller kicking at Armstrong. And again,
Yeah.
the feud between the Armstrongs.
He's gonna slip up and give him a big boot on accident.
He's taking his boot off, and that it's gonna chase Fuller and Golden from the ring.
Yeah, we're gonna have a boot match on the next show. Like, just every match is a different piece of clothing. First ever pants match. What a weird match. We say at the end of every match on this show. Tube Sock Championship. Is that Bam Bam Bigelow?
Hi, this is Bob.
Oh, it's the Bullets! Oh my God, those belts.
Oldest son, but we might as well tell the truth like it is. Before I start to say anything, you notice this flag.
Those belts refer to Elix Skipper as one of the good ones.
Get home safe. Amen. I've told some friends of mine that June the 10th is going to be one of the biggest nights in Birmingham history, and I really
it's
do
heritage, not hatred.
Going to the spreading and just tormenting the promotion here, saying that we cheated. We cheated to win this hardware we're carrying.
Also,
now. I've taught my son, don't
Bullet
cheat.
wearing a green mask.
When you win fair and square, then you can walk proud. Exotic Adrian Street, one of the toughest little men I know the self-proclaimed prettiest man in wrestling.
This feels like they're like
5 times. So
announcing their sovereign nation from their basement.
Armstrong is coming after a 3-year absence after a severe car wreck. His leg is better.
He looks like the saddest Ninja Turtle.
I'm telling you right now, Bullet, I'm looking forward to this Morris Shrine Temple on June 10th because Road Warrior Animal's going to be there, Ricky Morton's going to be there, little brother Brad Armstrong's going to be there,
little
Dennis
brother
Connery's
Brad
going to be there, Adrian Street and Linda's going to be. I mean, the list goes on. If you ever want to make a wrestling show in Birmingham, Alabama, it's going to be on
If you
June
ever
10th.
want a list of men who need prostate exams,
so come
that's
on,
your
bring
show.
your family. It's a family-oriented show. We all have a great time. I had my family there last time. What a blast we had. I want everybody to come on out.
Yeah, your family were
That's
like
June
booked on
10th.
the show,
It's a Morris
bud.
Shrine Temple. Don't miss it.
And remember,
be there.
Bullet and the boys are still
Bad to the bone.
Barry Productions,
Barb Armstrong's
your source
arms
for technical management, staging,
were
and
so
sound and light
fucking
systems. We'll deliver, set up, and
I
make
remember
the
when
magic
him and
happen,
Conan had
whether
that
we're
arm
using
wrestling
our
match in a
equipment or yours.
cage
We have a
in
top-notch
TNA.
arsenal of sound and light systems that will make your next
And we were
event
supposed to
sizzle
believe
and
Conan,
shine.
who was like
And
on
our
death's
highly
door,
professional staging services
could beat
will have
Bob
you up and
Armstrong with
running
like
in no time
50
and
inch
looking
arms.
better than ever. With prices designed for your bottom line, you can't beat Barry Productions. 205-987-3211.
Wrestle Birmingham returns to the Zamora Shrine Temple on Friday, June 10th. You don't want to miss Road Warrior Animal, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Robert Fuller.
This was made in Sony Vegas version 1.0.
Super Kick, Scott Armstrong, Brad Armstrong, the exotic Adrian Street with Miss Linda, the awesome
all of the
Ian
children
Flex,
that these men fathered will be in the
Mike
audience.
Jackson, Ricky Morton, and a surprise new tag team, plus much, much more. Friday,
It was
June
just an
10th,
old team.
Wrestle
Thinking,
Birmingham
surprise!
returns to the Zamora Shrine
We scared
Temple.
you, didn't we?
For tickets, call 205-970-0333 or go to www.wrestlebirmingham.com. Don't miss it.
Don't hit me. Oh, there was a sound effect.
Oops, gotta go. But don't forget, we'll be back next Friday
What an
night at
indoor
12:05,
wrestling show.
right here on 3340.
A lot of wrestling shows
Till
in
we
with like
see you
everybody
again,
fighting
this
in
is
the
Larry
ring
Lloyd,
or
Wrestle
cutting the
Birmingham.
promo. This was
Hope that wasn't
this
Robert
fella
Fuller's car.
doing fun bits with baseball bat.
Because I'm a big time wrestler and I like what I do. I destroy my opponent just to entertain.
Yes,
you.
awesome
I win or I
Aeon
lose by the
Flex.
count of
It's
3.
real.
But whatever the outcome, you
I get a
can't
Liquid TV gimmick in 2005. Larry Lloyd, I need to. I might just give this show to Larry Lloyd to do whatever with.
I'll spin you like a top, and when you've had enough, I'll turn up the heat and really start to get rough. Because I'm a big time wrestler. and
They
I like what I
had
do.
somebody
I destroy my
whose
opponent
job was
to
just
entertain
marketing.
you. I win or I lose by the count of 3. But
Oh,
whatever
still
the
photography.
outcome,
It was a
you can't
husband and wife
defeat me.
photographer couple.
I'll throw you and kick you and make you feel sick. I'll set you on fire like a candle wick.
It cannot get over that they used Mike Posey's shoot name. Oh, there's Mike Posey. They just didn't credit him on the last name. There's a Mike Keaton and a Mike Posey. All right, so that is it. So that is it for tonight. You stopped very white. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me for the last couple hours watching Wrestle Birmingham. Got a late start, but I'm pleased that you were all able to join me. Boy, that was weird. Yeah, so we'll be back Tuesday on Twitch for WSWT Cuts Live. But before I go, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to everyone who has kind of wrapped their arms around me and supported me over the last few days. I mean, losing on a new dream gig, not very fun. Especially when it's kind of publicly known that you were going for it. That's my fault, I guess. But but I got excited. Probably got too excited. But again, you all have kind of boosted me up, supported me, and made me feel like a very lucky guy. I've got such an awesome community, some great friends, some great folks that I know online. They're all the best. Again, I'm very lucky to have you all, and let's build this weirdo empire, as I would like to describe it. We are a weirdo empire. Again, my name's Tom. This has been Off the Grid, and it's almost 10:30. You should probably think about going to bed. Got work in the morning. Don't be grumpy.